Hi, my name is Matt Harris, and I'm a principal at Redpoint Studios. And I want to highlight a tool that we use pretty much on a daily basis. It's from Autodesk, and it's called Showcase. What it is it's a real-time visualization tool that allows us to import pretty much any type of 3D CAD data, assign materials, and then get photorealistic images of those models real time. So we can quickly kick out images for websites, brochures, pretty much any type of marketing materials. But not only that, since it is real time, we can also have really high quality presentations with our customers and with our customers' customers. So let's check it out. So here we are inside a Showcase, and the data set that I'm using is actually included with the software. This is just an example file that ships with the product. And I picked this just because it's a pretty generic file, and it does really well at really highlighting all the different, not only the quality of the model, but all the different aspects of the software. And one of the main differences is, even just a couple years ago, if we were to try to get an image like this out of any type of 3D rendering package, we would have to bring in our models, we'd have to set up our lights, set up our camera view, and basically hit the render button and wait anywhere from 5 minutes to even days to get a halfway decent image out of it. What's really nice about Showcase is it's real time. So you're taking a look at an image here. This isn't actually a still shot. If I hold down my Alt key here and I just use my mouse and pan around, you can see we're real time moving this model around and taking a look at it photorealistically without any hesitation, any lag whatsoever. And just to kind of show you the quality that we're getting here, let me zoom in on the grain on the leather, just to show you how ridiculous this really is. Now, as far as ease of use and assigning different materials, it's just a matter of selecting what you want to change the color or the material of, and you can see it gets highlighted with this moving grid here. And then I just hit the M key and all my materials library comes up. Now there's a bunch of materials that ship with the software, or we can also tweak and create our own and then save those in our own user library. So I want to decorate this watch, kind of just reflect Redpoint colors. And so I'll just use a car paint here, and I'm just going to choose a black metallic paint. And right there you can see the quality again. You can see the fleck in the paint. And just to be able to get those results that fast is just pretty unbelievable. Pretty good stuff. And I'm also going to select this inside area here, and we'll just assign just a plain white to that area. Now we can also tweak these materials individually, so it's just a matter of selecting the object or the material that you want to tweak, and then we just hold down our control key and hit M, and it's going to bring up the properties for that material. So when the properties come up, I'm just going to collapse these categories here because these materials are made up of different sets of parameters. Now this particular leather material has pretty much all the different types of parameters that you can have, and then depending on the material you choose, you'll have different parameters available to you to adjust. We want to adjust the color itself to maybe fine-tune a red color. So I'm just going to expand my color here, and we can use an image, or we can even use a color. And then I'm just going to pick in my color chooser here, and I'll choose red. You can see we've already got a red here. Now I'd like it to be a little bit brighter, so I'm just going to come down to the lighting effects, and I'm going to bump that up a little bit. It's a really nice vibrant red. And right there we have our nice Redpoint watch. Now that's great, but we might want to set up different alternatives so that as we're presenting to a customer, we can quickly go through different options and then pick out the best one for our design. And so Autodesk gave us the ability to also have alternative lineups. And this is great because they're just like snapshots of different setups of our materials. We can also toggle visibility and position of our model as well. I'm going to add a new band color here, so a new leather color, and I'm going to make this red leather color that we just created as another alternative. So I'm just going to pick the button for leather, and we'll rename it to red. I'll choose that leather material, and I'm going to right click it and add the selection to that particular alternative. Then I'm going to zoom in nice and close. I'm going to right click at that thumbnail, and I'm going to set the image. And it just does a screen capture and gives us a visual identifier to know which one is which. So you'll see now if I pick the black leather, it's going to swap out that material with the black, and then if I click red again, it swaps it back with the red that we defined. I then also want to capture the black here and the white here in its own category, so I'll just add another alternative for that. Now, the lighting has all been preset up for us, and that's done by the actual environment itself. We can put in extra lights to light up certain aspects of our model, but generally Showcase does a great job of lighting with the type of lighting that we need. And there also are other environments that ship with the software, or you can even create your own custom environments. To show you a few examples of those, I'm just going to choose a dark environment here to show you that how different the model will look under different environments. So you can see there, you can see the nice reflections, and it really starts to look photorealistic. Now, one of the environments that I really like to use is a blank background with interior lighting. So that you don't get confused by any of the background images, but you still get a really nice interior light with some natural light coming through the window and some nice reflections. Now we can also have environments that really include all of the background. So here's a conference room, and we can take a look at our model on a conference room table. And if I zoom out, you can see what this is this really is a complete surrounding environment. And what's nice is the lighting is actually coming in from the image. So this image behind here was generated from what is called a high dynamic range photo. And it's just a photograph that's taken at low, medium, and high exposures. And then they're able to extrapolate the intensity of light as well as the color of the light, and then map that onto the model itself. So as that light is shining through that window over there, that is actually the same light and tones of the light that are reflecting off that lens right there. And that's another reason that it looks so realistic so fast. Now, as far as rendering an image out, like I said, in the past it could take hours to get a decent image out of it, and I just want to show you how fast it really is for us to get a really nice image out of here. So I just go up to a file, I go to save image as, and it's going to show us a preview of how it's going to be cropped. Right now we're looking at about 1920 by 1080, but if we drop this down to maybe 800 pixels high, it'll show us how that's going to be cropped. And then it's just a matter of maybe zooming in and moving the model to where we want it to be. And we can also do things like maybe adjust the perspective, maybe a little bit wider angle here, and we may want to also adjust the tilt. Maybe something like that. When we're ready to take our shot, then we just simply hit save image and we name it. So right there it took about 3 seconds to render that out, and then we'll go take a look at that image. And here is that image. So that didn't take an hour at all. So as you can see, this saves so much time. That's why I really wanted to highlight this tool, because all the savings in time that we get, it gets passed right back to the customer. So it makes us extremely fast and extremely competitive. And so there you go. That's Autodesk Showcase, and it's just one of the many tools that we utilize to be as efficient as possible and to bring the most value to our customers. Thanks for joining me.